All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a hot minute since I've last posted. It's probably been about a year and a half. So bear with me. I'm sick. I'm not used to talking to the camera no more, so bear with me. But anyways, today's video is going to be about how my wardrobe has changed between that time period of then and now. A lot has changed, a lot has kind of stayed the same, but it's going to be your basic style kind of pickups videos, so hopefully you guys don't mind. I know it's kind of boring. Hopefully in the future I can come up with more video ideas that aren't necessarily pickups related. Anyways, enjoy the video. All right, so we're going to go in kind of reverse order. We're going to start with shoes actually. These are the Asics Kiko Kosatanov, Novalis, whatever you want to call them. What are these called? These are the gel Styrax. Obviously, it's the joint label between Kiko Kosatanov and Asics. And I got these at Notra over in Chicago. I got it in the red and green colorway. Looking back, I probably should have waited until the black came out, but those came out at a later date. And I was really kind of hyped to kind of get these shoes. This is not normally a color I'd go for, to be honest, but I thought it was pretty cool and kind of fits in my all black wardrobe. Me personally, I think this is one of the best sneaker releases of the year. Obviously, there's like the Path and On collab, the Cloud Peaks or whatever. I actually have those, but I'm gonna sell them because I don't really like them, to be honest. I think these are 10 times better. Going through the details, there's a little bit of inspiration from Kiko's previous work with Asics. I believe it uses the Terramoa, the gel Terramoa midsole from their Novalis line, and then the kind of side swoosh kind of reminds me of the gel Curil. I'll put up a picture, but anyways, it kind of, to me, blends both of those shoes into one and then kind of chops the ass off and makes it a mule, which is pretty cool to me. I really think this is one of the best sneaker releases of the year. This next pair of shoes is actually a pretty big purchase that I've made in the past year. These are a pair of CCP derbies. I don't know the actual model name. It should say on the tag attached to the rice bag, or the color code actually. Anyways, here's the tag with all the information about the shoe. I got a CCP size 6 and I'm a US 8. I think a lot of the sizing is kind of dependent on what shoe you get. I tried them on in person at Inc. in Hong Kong, and that was a great experience. When I actually went there, I knew that Inc. sold CCP, but I didn't know they had a separate showroom that you needed to book an appointment for. And the guys there were super chill, and I asked about the CCP, where it was basically, and I think they were just about to open their showroom. And the guy just kind of essentially had me sign a paper and kind of let me in just because I wanted to see it. The experience was great, seeing all of this stuff I see online in person. I come from the Midwest, so I'm not seeing a lot of this stuff in person. But anyways, when I bought it, it came with a tote bag, a complimentary tote bag. It says the Third Shed on it, which is basically the name of their showroom, I believe. The presentation of buying the shoes and just the overall experience of buying the shoes was amazing, trying on all the different shoes. All right, so the next category is going to be accessories. I got a lot of different accessories. I'm a huge fan of accessories. I feel like it makes or breaks most outfits. I'm gonna kind of go fast through them because there's not much to kind of explain with these. As of late, I've been into gloves. These are just kind of fingerless Target gloves. They weren't originally fingerless, but I cut them up. I have them in gray and black. And then I have another pair of gloves. These are more, I guess, fancy. These are more, I guess, tech gloves, you could call them. But these are from the South Korean brand called Xlim. You can see there's different patterns on the glove, and it's a different material. I think it's a polyester kind of nylon. And you can see they use kind of suede on the fingers as well. And it's got little holes for your fingers so it can peek through, use your phone and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. That's it for the gloves. So next up we have is hats. Here's my hat stack. About a year ago I probably wasn't into hats. In the wintertime I'd wear beanies on and off. Something changed in me. I like hats now. You guys might see a trend with some of these hats and where they're from. This first hat is from Xlim. Oh, it might say what season it's from or whatever. They break their collections down into episodes basically, and this one's from episode 5, synopsis 3. Basically it's just a weirdly dyed cap. It's pretty regular fit. It's got excellent branding on the silver buckle. And then next up we have another excellent hat. Again, it's overdyed, kind of this faded color, which I think is very nice. It's actually the same hat I'm wearing right now, and you can see there's excellent branding as well as this weird kind of fuzzy looking texture on the strap. Next up we have is a little Tokyo table tennis hat. These are pretty trendy in my opinion, maybe about like 6 months ago or even longer. But anyways, I thought it was a cool hat. Someone actually got this for me in LA. I didn't order it online. Just a pink hat. This is like my work hat kind of. I just wear this to work because it's pretty easy to wear with all black. And you can see I have a little pin on it, little Kirby pin. Next hat, another excellent hat. It's another just basic baseball cap with a kind of faded dye. This one's more of like, it's got more of like copper colors, kind of like a rust effect on it. Makes it look kind of vintage almost. It's got kind of like a bleach faded effect. And then the final hat is one that is kind of different, I feel like. This is one from Kozaburo Phantom Ranch Market, I believe is their other label or whatever. Basically, this is like an upcycled cap and it's stapled together. As of recent, I know they've been booming in popularity at Complex Con because they had a booth there. I got this from a friend who lives in New York. He went to one of their pop-ups and they had these hats and I really wanted one. So there you go. That's all my hats. Next up is kind of like a miscellaneous category. This one's kind of hard to show. It's better on body, but basically this is a number 9 skirt. I believe this is from 2008, quote me on that, but it's a wrap skirt. But anyways, I love this piece. I wear it with basically any pants that I find that are kind of boring in my wardrobe. You can just kind of throw this on and it adds more depth to your outfit and a little bit more texture. So that's why I'm a fan of this. I feel like at times it doesn't even look like a skirt. So if some of you are scared to wear skirts, this might be an option for you. It kind of just looks like you're wearing an elongated shirt in some ways because of the added like button details. Yeah, this is super easy to wear. You can just throw it on like over any pants, or you can wear no pants. It's up to you. So next up we have a pouch from Isamu Katayama. This is just kind of like a leather pouch, adds more inventory space. This basically attaches to 2 of your belt loops, can go to the front and back, and then you automatically have more inventory space. This was originally like a brown leather, but I dyed it black and I think it came out really good, to be honest. It didn't really like take that long. It was kind of just like painting the leather essentially. You can tell that the back kind of like raw side of the leather, or the suede at least, is still brown. I kind of tried to dye it black. This also kind of adds more depth and texture to your outfit, kind of like what the skirt does. I love this thing. All right, so now we got tops. I'm just kind of going in a random order at this point. We have tops. Right here we have a kind of cropped silhouette jacket from Professor E. This is their Forgotten Materials line. So this is kind of made in more limited quantities and batches, as far as I know. To go over the jacket, it's got this very like unique kind of artisanal looking dye job. It's a nice gray color with hints of kind of darker gray and like black. But yeah, you can see the Professor E tag on the back, and then it's a pretty lightweight jacket, to be honest. You need to layer it during the winter, most likely. So it's made out of this like textured cotton material that looks like very good. It's got like some unevenness to it when you look at it, and it's got some kind of raised texture, kind of similar to some Japanese denim, I'd say. This is a super nice jacket. I feel like you could wear this on more formal occasions as well. Go check out Professor E. So the next piece from Blackmerle is this field shirt. I believe it's called their EXO field shirt. It comes in a gray cotton. It's very see-through, as you can see in the camera. This is more geared towards the spring summer seasons, I feel like. You can obviously layer it, which I think is one of the intentions of the piece. But anyways, I believe they made this material by pulling apart a single material to make it thinner. See-through material. The material itself is kind of like a distress. It got raised hairs on it. Very cool. It adds a lot of texture. It has a mandarin collar as well. I know some people are not fans of mandarin collars, but I don't really mind. I feel like it would look just as good with a normal collar if it didn't have a mandarin collar. I haven't got too much wear out of this because it's kind of getting colder And I mean, you can layer it under stuff, as I said previously, but most of the time my jackets are zipped up because it's very cold. All right, the next top is from, I don't even know what brand it's called. It's called, I don't know, I can't even read that. I can't read cursive. This is some random brand that I found on Bai. I thought it was really cool. It's a very, if 6 was 9 type beat. This is very Ryuk, if you know what I'm saying, from Death Note. I do not wear this alone at all. Typically, I'll wear this under a t-shirt or under a hoodie, and it kind of peeks out at the ends, kind of the distressed ends, or like underneath a jacket. I don't got the guts to kind of wear this alone. It's just a very distressed top. Has a lot of texture, as I was stating earlier. I'm really big on texture now, as well as kind of like adding to an outfit without like doing too much. Final two pieces are pairs of pants. There's actually a lot more, but I'm just too lazy to record. That's all I'm gonna show you guys, because these are kind of my favorites. These I got recently. These are a pair of Kozaburo 3D bootcut trousers. These are like a very flared cowboy-esque type of trouser. It's got like a super exaggerated flare, like more so than bell bottoms. I feel like these are like super flared. I think the exaggeration comes from the kind of thigh area being a little bit skinnier, and then it just kind of booming out towards the hem. But I'll show you guys in the b-roll. These are a very cool pair of pants to style. I feel like they look best with tall boots, and at the moment I only have one pair of boots, which are my Andemühle backlace boots. The reason why they look great with taller boots is because they are kind of short on the inseam, and that's how they were intended to be worn. But I think you can make it work with a low top shoe, but I feel like it won't look as good. Very cowboy-esque pants. Alright, so the final pair of pants is a pair of pants from X-Lim. Don't know what episode these are from, but these are basically like, I would compare these to kind of like Dickies. If you wash them enough, I feel like they would feel like Dickies pants, but they got like a little bit more added to it. Running down the outseam of both sides of the pants, you got like different materials kind of lining the outer sides of the pants. You got like this knit material, you got this like stretchy kind of spandex material, and then you got just the Dickies cotton, and then you got this kind of leather piping that goes down the side, and it goes like only down one pant leg, and it's kind of asymmetric. Let me tell you, I love like a lot of things that are asymmetric in clothing. You could definitely wear this to an office. Kind of. They got like a slight flare, but it's not very aggressive compared to the previous pair of pants. All right, next up we have a shirt from a little bit of a smaller brand. It's one of my favorite up and coming brands right now. It's actually a shirt, fencing shirt to be exact, from the brand Troubled Waters. Troubled Waters is a Taiwanese brand as far as I know, and yeah, I was in the market for just a black shirt that would go with just about anything, and this kind of fit the bill. To go over a little bit of the details, if y'all don't know what a fencing shirt is, most fencing shirts and like fencing jackets usually have like an asymmetrical closure of some sort, so zippers, buttons, they're usually asymmetrical. And then it's made out of this really soft cotton, I believe. And additionally, the sleeves have like built-in integrated thumb holes. And then my favorite part of the shirt is actually that the shirt is kind of double layered. You can see there's like excess fabric from the main part of the shirt, and the piece underneath is actually where most of the distressing that you guys can see is coming from. But yeah, this is an amazing quality shirt. I wear it with just about anything because it's just black. Can't complain. All right, so this next pickup is actually one of my favorites. This is from Boris, Bidjan, Saberi, and it's a coat. I have no clue what season or what collection this is from, but I did get a steal on it. As you can see, there's the signature like Boris kind of tassel string thingy on the back. And yeah, there's just so many details about the coat that I love. To go over some of the details, one of my favorites is obviously the asymmetrical closure. I don't really wear it like that. I don't really button it up. I feel like it gives it a little bit more of like an avant-garde look to it when you button it up, which I don't like. I kind of like wearing this more casually. Some other details about the coat, it's got this underlayer that's distressed, similar to the shirt I just showed, and then all over the coat, it's got like random strings and tassels, which I am a fan of. As far as materials go for this coat, I do know that Boris does like specific treatments on a lot of his fabrics, and this one is no different. I'm pretty sure there's like a certain coating or like certain wax on it. There's a little bit of like a sheen to the fabric when you get it in hand, but it comes in this washed out kind of black grayish color, and then your inside lining is going to be a much lighter gray. Additionally, the coat has like this weird button system where the buttons are actually connected by a string. I don't know if y'all can see that. You're gonna have to take my word for it. This is a wonderful coat. There's darts on the arm sleeves, so this kind of just molds to your body, and that's why I just love this coat. All right, so this next one is from MA Cross, and it's an aviator jacket. This is definitely geared towards the spring and summer seasons. Although there is a thin wool lining, this is a fairly thin jacket. And cool thing about this is that I actually got this locally in Chicago. I actually ended up trading some Carol Christian Poell drip sneakers and a little bit of money on top to actually acquire this. But I would say it was a fairly even trade. Going over the other details, the jacket's obviously in this black kind of stiff cotton, and then there's the wool lining, like I said previously. I think the main highlight of the jacket is actually the hardware and the other like accenting details. I'm a really big fan of the zippers. They got these leather tassels on the bottom of them, and then the zippers themselves actually like curve diagonally around your sleeve, and the zippers themselves are super high quality, and you can see that there's that signature MA cross. But yeah, the silhouette of this jacket is a little bit different for me. It is definitely on the slimmer side. I can't really wear this zipped up, otherwise it looks too skinny on me. But yeah, I thought I'd switch it up. This is a different fitting jacket for me, but I've gotten some decent wear out of this. Next up, we have this double sleeved bomber from Blackmerle. Blackmerle is a brand that I've been a huge fan of ever since I've been introduced to the brand, and this jacket just screams quality. It comes in this gunmetal gray heavy duty cotton, and as the name suggests, it has like a double sleeve. There's actually a wire in here at the end of the sleeve, so you're able to push the sleeve and kind of set it in place. But other than that, the silhouette is pretty normal. It's a bomber with some minor alterations. Like the back of the jacket has this like U-shaped hem that you can notice more often when you are wearing the jacket. And finally, for the hardware, you got Excella zippers, which is basically YKK's like highest level of zipper. But I love this jacket so much because it's like an easy thing to just throw on, and I've gotten so much wear out of this.